Crossing. I haven't been playing a ton of stuff. I did recently get a new game. So in my quest to stay active while locked in my home, I impulse purchased Just Dance 2020 for my Switch.
Fantastic.
So far, I have been enjoying it. For those who don't know, Just Dance 2020 is a dancing game. You hold one Joy-Con and it like tracks your hand. And then it's basically like an FMV, like a very stylistic FMV of like real people dancing, but they're in like funny costumes. All in all, I'm enjoying it. It is definitely making me work up a sweat. I will say, sometimes it seems like the difficulty of the songs is either like, this is the easiest, like, step 1, step 2 I've ever done, or it is like the hardest thing in the world and I am dead by the end of it. And there's not a ton in between. I think it's also just like the way, it seems like the only way to really know the dances is to have done them before, and to like practice them, versus I feel like there are some dance games and some, you know, movement games where they telegraph what you're about to do a little bit more, and I think with this one it is a little more like they have little icons in the bottom corner that will like eventually come up, but they're not the most informative. It's more just like, oh, if I already knew what was coming and I see that icon, it's a reminder, if that makes sense.
Is this just come out, or has it been out for a bit?
I don't know. That's
okay.
I'm not sure.
They usually come out around the fall, I think, every year.
Okay, because I have one of them, and we played it with the kids. I don't know if it's 2020 or 2019.
This came out November 5th, 2019.
So it might be, we might have 2020. I love watching the dances. They're so fun.
They're very fun.
I feel like
the songs are fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I also really like that the songs are not just American songs. There are a lot of really good international fun songs I hadn't heard before.
Sure.
All in all, I'm enjoying it. It does, so like I took dance classes for like 7 years growing up. It's been, 10 years since then, so I'm not good at all. But this does feel a little bit when I play it, like a little bit when I like miss the dance class and like the class is like a little bit ahead of me and I like don't fully know the moves, but I'm like looking at them and like a half step behind.
Yeah.
But it is fun. It does make me feel very white and uncoordinated.
That's every day of my life.
Yeah, but I am like fully working up a sweat with it. I did also, so like, the one thing I don't love about the game, it's a $40 game. And I find the menus to be a little bit like overwhelming. I think partially because, I don't know if you've experienced this too, Vinny, but they really want you to download like Dance Unlimited or like Ubisoft Unlimited or whatever their like subscription thing is. Yeah. And I like buckled into the trial. I think it's like $5 a month after the trial. Okay. But it's basically like you have a very limited number of songs unless you get this unlimited. And all of the unlimited songs are on your menu screen at all times. So it's not like I can just be like, just get rid of the unlimited stuff. I just want to see the songs I have, learn those, and like see how I like it. It's just like, I feel like I'm just like overwhelmed with all the unlimited stuff. And like, even their like pre-made playlist of like, here's like a playlist to sweat to, and it's like 30 minutes of songs. But half of them are unlimited. Do you want to skip them? And it's like, I have no idea of knowing how many. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 songs. So it's stuff like that I find a little bit frustrating. Especially because there's even like this like all-stars mode, which is basically like, I guess their version of like a campaign or like a story. There are these like cutscenes with a panda, I don't know. But you're like going through these songs and you can go back and like once you play them and replay them at any point within that all-stars mode. But if I went into the like just sort of general dancing type of song mode, some of those songs are behind the paywall, so I cannot choose them unless I'm in that all-stars mode, which I just find like a little bit weird. All in all, I don't know. I'm having fun with it. It's definitely a workout. It feels like good cardio.
Does the one you have, does it have a Pac-Man song?
I have no idea. There are a lot of songs.
There are a lot of songs. Okay.
Well, there are a lot of songs now that have unlimited.
Okay. I don't think we ever got the unlimited thing. I'm still just trying to, in my mind, figure out if I have 2019. I was like, I feel like Just Dance like compared to something like Dance Central, which I feel like is a fair comparison. Doesn't focus necessarily on, hey, you're getting the score 100% right, or we're tracking you 100% right. It's more just like, hey, watch these people dance. You can hold the controller if you want or not. Yes. Just have some fun.
Which I'm like all down for. Yeah. I don't need like the most in-depth dance experience. I think part of me does wish there was maybe like a better tutorialization of some of the songs. It's like, you want to learn, like actually learn this dance? Here, we're gonna break it down for you in the shorter song, or like we're gonna like find a way for you to do it slowly, or like count you into like this one section and like you can actually learn it versus be like fumbling along until I eventually get it down. It's not a huge deal. but I think sometimes it's like, well, I'd like to actually feel like I'm getting better at this. I am having a lot of fun. Vinny, have you ever experienced this? I find it very, very strange that I have purchased a game,
Yes.
downloaded a game, and then sometimes when I first load into it, the gameplay of it, like the song playing, will look like it's a buffering video, where it will sometimes like stutter. It will clearly be loading in and like be pixelated, and it takes a minute before it like gets all the information from whatever server it's pulling it from. But it is like a very strange thing that I find honestly really unacceptable in like a game I paid for.
No, so
it's really weird.
Is that just for the unlimited stuff?
No, this was before I got the unlimited. It would just be like, usually it'd be like the first song or two when I first started playing. It'd be like, ooh, it's taking a while to load into this one, and like I finally get in, and then it's like looks like a very shitty YouTube video. It's like pixelated, and then also will like straight up buffer, and like I'm in the middle of a dance, and it just like pauses, and then you back to it.
Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, that's no good.
It's weird. It's a weird thing that I've never seen in like a video game like this before. That's it. Having a lot of fun. It was a fun impulse purchase. I've been doing it every day. It's a fun way to feel like I'm being active. That's not just Ring Fit or what I've been usually doing. Yeah, it feels like also, like, I love Ring Fit, but Ring Fit feels very much like a targeted workout of, like, work your arms, work your legs, work your abs, whereas this feels like just general cardio, which is good, 'cause I don't think the cardio in Ring Fit is, like, the best.
And you're on the first floor, right? You don't have downstairs neighbors? Do you have a parking garage?
Yes, thank God, because boy, am I, like, stomping around. I have a laundry. Yeah.
Anything else, Abby?
That's mostly it. Yeah, just Animal Crossing and, getting back into TV, I guess.
Okay. Bacalar. What's up, bud?
Hello.
How are you?
How's it going? Oh, it's going well. It's going as best as it can go.
Tell me about this Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, so I played a little bit of that. I was kind of hits at like a really solid moment for me. I was just sort of playing around with this Evercade thing. And it got me thinking about like, oh well, Double Dragon 2 isn't as much fun as I remember it being. And
so wait, for those who you talked about Evercade last episode, but it is an emulator, a handheld emulator that mostly focuses on 16-bit and 8-bit. Was it mostly just 8-bit?
It's like arcade, 8-bit and 16-bit.
Okay.
And plus some others. And I want to talk more about this in a little bit, but like I said, it was a good time because I was playing a lot of these side-scrolling beat 'em up games, and then Streets of Rage 4 comes out, and it was sort of this perfect, like, oh right, games have gotten a lot better, and they look a lot cooler, and they're getting smarter. And as much as this game is sort of like a throwback, it definitely feels like probably the best sort of modern beat 'em up that I've ever really played.
Yeah.
In a while for sure. I'm loving it. I haven't played as much as I'd like to, but I'm definitely going to go back tonight and make some progress in it. It's
That's great
a lot
to hear.
of fun. The art is gorgeous, and it reminds me. And I didn't play a lot of the other Streets of Rage. I kind of conflate those and like the final fights and all that stuff.
Fair enough.
But
don't do that. They're very distinct from one another.
Exactly. So, but like hit me right away was like, like you see everyone's sort of health bar, and even the costumes looked a lot like some of those Final Fight guys, like the dudes who wore like toxic symbols on their capes as they like fought you for some reason or whatever it is. I'm loving it. There is sometimes I find that like the contact plane is a little thin. Do you know what I mean? Like when it's when you're having this 2D sort of fighting thing. So like there's a 3D space, but the part where you can actually make contact with an enemy seems like a very thin like slice of paper in that world.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, like on